Xbox was first released in North America on November 15th, 2002, and has since seen 969 games released for it throughout the world. Now, some of these games are way popular, and I love some of these games, especially Star Wars Battlefront 2. Love this game. Anyway, this is going to be the list of the top 10 most valuable and rarest original Xbox games. So let's go ahead and jump in with number 10. Our first game is Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast, which is a racing game published by Sega and was released in March of 2006, only 4 months after the original Xbox 360 was launched. It was not backwards compatible with the 360 until 2007, and Sega didn't really print too many copies of this game because customers had already moved on to the newer next-gen consoles, making this game worth a pretty penny, and it's worth around $30 to $35 complete. Next up, we have Barbie Horse Adventures Wild Horse Rescue, which was developed by Blitz Games and released in 2003 and is wildly unpopular. This game was actually one of the worst reviewed games by IGN, getting a 1 out of 5 when it got reviewed by them. But this game is super rare because it wasn't printed that much, and it's also kind of weird thing about it. It's one of the games that's actually has the Xbox 360 capability of backwards compatibility, and there's a lot of games that didn't get that, like Star Wars Battlefront 2 you couldn't play on 360, but you could play Horse Adventures with Barbie, and a lot of people were mad about that. But anyway, this game's kind of rare because it didn't sell very well because it's a terrible game, and on top of that, it can run you anywhere between $35 to $40 for a complete copy of this.
I think this is the first place you should look for the missing horses.
Next up, we have AIHR Drag Racing Sportsman Edition, which is obviously a drag racing game, and it's actually the third title in this series for the original Xbox, but unfortunately it was released in June 2006, and people are no longer buying original Xbox games because the 360 was already on the market. On top of that, a sports game that already wasn't going to sell well, and then not being on the new console, did this game a huge injustice, and it did not sell very well, making it pretty hard to come by. If you see a copy of this, definitely snag it up. It'll run you on the eBay market side anywhere between $40 to $45 complete. Our next game is Digimon Rumble Arena 2, which was released in 2004, and it's kind of like a Smash Bros. Game, but includes Digimon characters instead of Nintendo characters. This game is sought after because it's a pretty good fighter, and it was the last Digimon Rumble Arena ever released, making this game, like I said, sought after. It'll run you about $45 to $65 to get this game complete on Xbox. The GameCube and PS2 versions are also valuable as well. Coming in at number 6 on our list is The Guy Game, which was released in 2004 and is a very, very weird game. This game is actually a trivia game where you ask questions and you answer right, and you're rewarded by seeing women on bikinis, and you answer more and more questions right, you eventually see topless live action videos of these women. Now, there was a controversy with this game because the nudity in the game made this game already kind of hard to come by, and 4 months after it was released, a woman actually sued the game studio saying that she was 17 at the time the game was made, and a judge filed a restraining order and the game could no longer be sold. So this game was only on store shelves, limitedly, of course, for 4 months, making this game actually pretty hard to come by, and actually kind of one of the harder games to find on the Xbox, and it will run you about $45 to $65. You can find this game complete. Our next game is Conker's Alive and Reloaded, which is a remake of the Conker's Bad Fur Day on N64. Now, this game has since been released on the Xbox One and the rare replay disc, so the price has gone down just a little bit. But this game is so good, and it's a little bit censored compared to the N64 version, so it's not as popular or as much as the N64 version. But this game still will run you about $45 to $60 if you had a complete copy of it. It's a very fun game. Conker's is one of my favorites. So you guys should definitely check out this game. If you see it, pick it up. Next up, we have Star Wars Battlefront 2, which was published by LucasArts and released in 2005. Now, this game did not sell as well as it did on the PS2 because the Xbox 360 was coming out very soon after this game was released on the original Xbox. However, there's still a high demand for this game because until date, which is coming up very soon, this is the last Star Wars Battlefront game released on console, and this is the definitive best version of it. It has the best graphics, and it actually had online capabilities, which was awesome. And some people still run their own servers of this game on Xbox, which is why the price has not gone down yet. This game will run you about $45 to $50 for a Black Label complete version of it on eBay. Up next is Teen Titans, which is a live-action game based off the Teen Titans TV series. Now, this game was released in November 2006, almost a full year after the Xbox 360 launched, and hardly any retailers were actively promoting Xbox titles at that time. As a result, the game was produced in low quantities and did not sell very well, making this game a very, very hidden gem. This game is good and rare. It has the combination of being hard to find and a good gameplay. That makes this game worth anywhere between $55 to $70 complete to a collector. In our runner-up spot, we have Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Now, this game is also rare on the PS2, as we discussed in that video, but this is probably the second most rare game on this entire console. This game is extremely hard to come by. If you see a copy of this complete, do pick it up if it's for a good price. This game is worth over $100 for anybody who has it complete. I'm not sure why this game didn't sell very well. Like I said earlier in the other video, this is a park simulator where you make your own parks, just much like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but Jurassic Park style. This game is very rare though, so definitely pick it up if you see it. And finally, in our number one spot is Steel Battalion with the controller. Now, this game was released by Capcom in 2002. It is a mech game that is sold with a special controller. The controller tried replicating being inside of an actual mech and had nearly 40 buttons. Because the controller was so large, the game retailed for almost $200 and only limited quantities were produced. The initial production run was around 2,000 units, but was released later, adding a couple more to the market. But this game is still very hard to come by with the entire controller. If you see this at like a flea market or something for a decent price, do pick it up, as it is worth over $200. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you guys learned something. Let me know what your favorite original Xbox game was. So many good titles out there. Let me know if you guys had any of these games or had any questions for me. Please let me know down in the comment section. Also in the comment section, let me know what you guys want to see for the next Rare Games video. It's going to be between the Nintendo DS and the Sony PSP. So make sure you guys vote for that down in the comment section. I will tally them up and make that video for you guys next week. Make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe for more videos in your sub box daily. Until next time, guys, take it easy. Remember, it has came back time somewhere, and peace out.